This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Get a free trial and 10% off a purchase of a website or domain today. Hey guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at some Forge mods released over the past 30 days or so for Minecraft 1.18.2. All of these mods are relatively new, and if you're looking for texture packs and data packs for this version too, then make sure to check out my channel after the video. Easy Shulker Boxes allows you to see what's inside a Shulker Box, simply by holding Shift while hovering over it in your inventory. Now, you'll also be able to deposit and withdraw items from a Shulker Box without placing it on the ground. The bag of holding has 3 different tiers it can be upgraded between, which are leather, iron, and gold. As you probably guessed, this is like a backpack mod, and each bag will give 9, 27, and 54 slots. Like the Easy Shulker Boxes, you can quickly deposit and withdraw items without opening the bag of holdings inventory and hover over it to see the contents. There's also the Preservation Enchantment, which causes the bag of holding to stay in your inventory if you die, with the level of enchantment reducing by 1 each time it's used. Magnum Torch adds 3 new torches to Minecraft, which can prevent the spawning of mobs. These are made from diamond, emerald, and amethyst, and the torch you use and place down can disable the spawning of hostile mobs, passive animals, as well as cave and water creatures. Spawning will be disabled in a radius around the torch, and you can configure the mod to your liking. Universal Bone Meal will allow you to use bone meal on some new plants. Some examples are sugar canes and cactus, which can now reach up to 16 blocks high, or dead bushes can spawn on sand instead. Using bone meal on the stem of pumpkins and melons can force them to grow, and other uses include lily pads, netherworts, vines, and more. You gotta try out Oh My Goat to expand on the functionality of goats. Firstly, goats will drop goat meat, which can be cooked and eaten. They also have a chance of dropping goat horns, which can be used to play a sound and scare other players. Or they can be added to helmets inside a smithing table and equipped to give a % chance of damaging other players. By using a bucket on a goat, you can milk it, and placing the milk inside of a cauldron, it will turn into goat cheese. Incendium brings an update to the Nether, which starts by increasing the world height to almost 200 blocks high. You can find 8 new biomes such as the Quartz Flats, Ash Barrens, Toxic Heap, Weeping Valley, and Withered Forest. All of these biomes, plus the others that the mod adds, are made up of vanilla blocks. There are 9 new structures too, which include the Nether Reactor, Ruined Lab, Sanctum, Abandoned Tower, and Piglin Village. There's lots of loot to collect at these locations, and some of them are really big, which should definitely make the Nether more interesting to roam around in. There's a lot to the mod, as you can summon the likes of the Hovering Inferno and the Internal Altar, or get interesting items like a shield which emits radiation, which can be found at the Nether Reactor. This was previously a data pack and was recently converted into a mod. Another version of Awesome Dungeons was released, with this one adding some new dungeons and locations to the End Dimension. The new dungeons include the Castle Evoker, Hard Castle, Hill, Palace, and Pyramid. Just like with other expansions of Awesome Dungeons, you'll find barrels containing loot, as well as lots of hostile mobs. There's also some ore blocks to be found in these locations, which can speed up your progress. An expansion was also released for the Crafting Dead, and it's called City Blocks. It's usable without the other Crafting Dead mods, and adds some decorative blocks, which should help with creating your own cities and towns. There's roads, barriers, streetlights, sandbags, and traffic lights, which are all craftable, so it can be useful for some of your mod packs, especially if you have some vehicle mods installed. With YDM's Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you can create an apprentice wand from a stick and a diamond. By pressing B, you can enter Battle Stance mode, which is when you can use spells. But first, you should press H to open your spellbook and transfer spells to the Battle Stance hotbar. You can cast Patronus Charms, Lumos, Expelliarmus, Ascendo, and even the Killing Curse, Avada Kedavra. There's also 3 new mobs to fight, which are Death Eaters, Dementors, and Trolls, and you'll definitely want to use this alongside the Brooms mod for even more Harry Potter immersion. The developer says they plan to add a leveling system to this mod in a future update, which should be interesting. Additional Editions, which was originally a fabric mod, now has a Forge release and has lots of features. The first item included is rope, which can be crafted from 2 string and can float freely, allowing you to descend easily. Copper patina works like redstone and can be scraped from copper, so could be useful for having multiple current running alongside each other. By adding copper bars to gold armor in a smithing table, you can create rose gold equipment, which is tiered between gold and diamond. A spyglass can now be attached to a crossbow, allowing you to look through it like a scope. Watering cans can be filled with water and used on crops to make them grow faster, whereas amethyst lamps won't affect the lighting in your world, but will still remove the spawning of mobs in an 8-block radius. Gold rings can be bought from piglins, and when applied to netherite armor, it will have a higher enchantability and will also prevent piglins from becoming hostile. There's more features too, like portable jukeboxes with some new foods, glow sticks, and more. Lava Walker is a new enchantment which can be obtained from librarian villagers, and it can be applied to your boots. As you probably guessed, wearing these enchanted boots will now allow you to walk over lava, as it temporarily turns into obsidian, making it great to use in the nether. You can find scorpions spawning in your world with this mod installed, specifically in deserts and soul sand valleys. During the day, they'll bury themselves in the sand, although you still might notice them moving around, and they'll come out during the night. If you kill them, they'll drop their stingers, which can be turned into venom potions, which will poison attackers. By holding a spider eye, scorpions will be passive and can follow you. Another creature added by YDM is the Iceologer. It can be found in Minecraft's colder biomes, like the frozen ocean, snowy beach, and jagged peaks. Iceologers are hostile, and when they attack you, they'll summon blocks of ice, which fall on you, dealing damage. Once you defeat the Iceologer, you can mine these ice chunks, as long as you have a Silk Touch pickaxe. You might also like the Died mod. After dying, a new screen will appear, which is inspired by the Dark Souls game. It's got some smooth transitions and looks good in general. Cobbled Paths adds lots of new sets, which can be used to create new paths. They're not just decorative either, as you'll run faster on paths provided by this mod, making them worthwhile. There's quite a few designs too, so you can make paths that match different biomes, like ice, nether bricks, stone, and purpur blocks. Some extra decoration options are available too, such as cracking paths with a sledgehammer and adding moss to cobblestone paths. Unusual Drill adds some new tools, which are the drill, spade, and saw, with there being multiple tiers to each of them. You can use them to destroy multiple blocks at once, like the drill being able to cut through stone easily, or the saw, which is good for collecting wood, especially in jungles, whereas spades can collect dirt quickly too. You can use this mod to turn animals into spawn eggs. Start by cooking eggs either in a campfire or furnace to turn them into capture eggs. Then weaken a mob by hitting it. When you throw a captured egg at them, they can be turned into spawn eggs, making them easy to transport. MiniMePets allows you to apply name tags to your wolves or cats, turning them into player models instead. That way you can have miniature players following you throughout your world, and they can still be told to sit down. It's purely client-sided too, so you can use it on servers. Tower defense units add some new blocks which can be used to defend bases. There's multiple turrets, which can fire arrows, explosives, or summon creatures to fight for you. And there's 5 different towers in total. By using a diamond block on a turret, you can activate their ultimate power, which does effects like shooting out a huge arrow and creating force fields. Although my favorite is the ultimate power on a regular turret, which fires 2,000 arrows into the sky, causing them to rain down on anything nearby. An experienced Obelisk can be crafted from 6 iron ingots, a bottle of enchanting, an emerald, and N crystal. By right-clicking it, you can easily store and retrieve experience in the form of levels. Obelisks can also collect nearby XP orbs, making them great for placing down near mob farms. Experience is stored as a fluid, so it's compatible with other mods like Refined Pipes and Mechanism. This video has been brought to you by Squarespace, which is the all-in-one platform for creating an online presence without having to be an expert in web design. That's right, you don't need to know how to code or understand a lot about graphic design, as Squarespace offers lots of templates which can be installed to your website in just a few clicks. All the elements on your website are easily editable too, so that you can customize images, add new pages, and display your own content. If you're an artist, you could start by showcasing your work in a portfolio and include videos which could be uploaded directly or embedded from third-party sites. You can even sell physical and digital goods, as Squarespace offers the tools to start selling items, with users being able to view, add to cart, and check out from your site. Learning about websites is a great way to set yourself up in the future for a lucrative career, whether that be working for yourself or someone else. So head to squarespace.com/powerdown and you can start creating a website and using their tools for free. And if you decide to make a purchase, you'll also get 10% off a website or a domain. And once again, thanks a lot to Squarespace for sponsoring the channel. That covers this month's Forge mods. I'll be back again soon with some more mods for this version, with the next resource pack video also in the works.